This is Irontrader. Now the pit's closed here at 2:30. That was about 25 minutes ago. So we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. Now remember, the API for crude oil will be out today at 4:30, and the EIA report will be out on Wednesday at 10:30 for the old crude ski. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude daily and weekly chart. Okay, now today was I can't speak for everybody out there. It was a really good trading day. I scalped that UCO. I mean, you had a low of 3104 and a high of 3217. I got 3 scalps in there today. UCO, really good trading. My kind of trade. Now again, what we did is we put in a low here. Okay, you can see this big ass red candle, so we have a lower low. That's usually never good. But what you want to do is watch them futures at 6 p.m. and then we want to watch today's low, that's 77.65, and that high at 79.30, and that close at 78.66. That's what you really want to watch here today. So this low here came down to 77.65. But again, if you look at it right there, see? 77.68, 77.55. So this is the candle I've been telling you to watch, 77.55. The reason is because this is the lowest low here before we have the old sticky double bottom going on here, okay? So as long as it holds that, we have a nice trading range. We've got like 2 weeks of just solid trades going right here. So this is the key level, 77.55. Now again, if that's lost here, then obviously we can go right down to the bottom of that candle. You're looking at 76.89, and then your retest here is 76.70. Okay, very nice. So we got to see what happens with that futures on what's going to, how they're going to open up and what's going to be the reaction here. Okay, so again, right now we have this real time is sitting at 78.65, so we can just watch these key levels here, that 78.20. Then you have your 77.78, and then we have your 77.68 level here before you hit that 77.55. So it is nice, good support underneath. Now the upside here is very easy to do because what we're looking at is just 78.72. Okay, that is going to be your very key level here, and then right above it we have that 78.93, which is your 8-day. But see, I don't like this. I'm not really a fan of what this 8-day is doing. It came down, it's holding real nice. Now again, that's got to be reversed right back up here. Otherwise, if that crosses that 100-day, you'll push that price right on down. Okay, so basically on the upside, just watch that key hundo, 78.72, watch the old 8-day, 78.93, and then right above here, we have that 78.91, 93.91. You're sitting right there, and then this is the level that we're really looking for, is that 79.26. If you can get above this key 8 simple moving average here, that is going to be your target right there at that 79.27, your 50 simple moving average. Now, again, we were trading here between this 100-day and 200-day, and you can see how we fell right off here, but really no big deal. We're just holding this. We're just trading this box. If you just say, take this here, outline this box, that's all we're trading on. We just have sideways action. And if you're a trader like what I am, I mean, this is like heaven. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth here. So again, now if we can get above this key 8 simple moving average in that 100-day, and then get above this 50-day, which at that 79.27 here, which is just above that 78.94, then we can go up to these regular targets here. Okay, so you have 79.66 here, then we got to go 79.85, and then we want to look here at that 80.11, but you're going to run right into that 80.07, that 200-day and that 21-day. Okay, so that's going to be big time resistance, as obviously as you can see. See how this is? So you hit it once, you hit it twice, you hit it 3 times, we can't get through there. The same way with this bottom. Okay, we just had a bottom there, see the bottom there, see the bottom there, okay? So we're just at that, basically that range you're trading in is 77.55 there, and then all the way up here onto the top here, that, well, I can say 80.11, okay? So that's really what we're trading now. Again, if we can break above that, okay, then you have this 100 SMA here sitting at 80.60, which is just above that 21 in that 200-day, and then right above that we have that 81.54, which is just below the 81.90. What I do like about this though is that a 50-day here is flattening out very nicely. You get that 8-day to turn up, which it will if you can get the price to rise here. Okay, so we got to see what those API numbers say here at 4:30. What kind of reaction? Basically, what they're saying is that the inflation issues, that Fed's not going to cut, the demand issues. I think that's all pile of bullshit, if in my personal opinion. You got summer driving gear. People are not going to sit in their house. They don't really give a shit. They're going to go out there. They're going to drive. They're going to go on vacations. They're going to do whatever you want. So for me, that's just a pile of nonsense. Eventually here, this is going to rise up here. And I really think you're going to get down to the 80 mark, 81 now, but I think you're going to retest all the way back up here, all the way up here to this 87, maybe even the 90 level here. Okay. So, but the key is you just got to be patient. In the meantime, just trade this. Okay. That's the key. Now, this is not unusual. See, we had this head and shoulders pattern. There's your head, your left shoulder, your right shoulder. When we get those patterns like that, you really come down and you can have a sideways action. It's really no big deal. Just like we had this sideways action here for how many days. And then we had a higher sideways action, and then she ripped right on top here. And then when you see this topping tail there, see, that tells you got to get the hell out of the trade or short or whatever. And then they combine that with this double top. But a lot of times when you have these double top, when you have a topping tail, it'll come down and it wants to retest. But that's always the thing. But when it retests and it can't close above that previous candle, then she comes shooting right on down here very easy. And then you can see how well the simple moving averages work. Look at that 21 days, went right into it. Okay, that's your selling point. Or like for me, I sell and then short and then come all the way on down very, very nicely here. Okay, so this is basic. I just keep things simple. 8 simple moving average, which is basically the average over 8 days. Okay, it's no big deal. 8 days, you have 21 day, your 50 day, your 100 day, and then the red one is your 200 SMA. And these blue lines are just price channels. I like the price channels. You can use Bollinger Band, you can use clouds. These are just more accurate because all they are is just the tops of the candles. Okay, that's it. That's all it is. Okay, so when you come down to here, you say, okay, what was that low 76.70? Well, there it is for you. So you really know exactly what that low is. So if it's selling off, you know where it's going. It's very easy. Just put the price channels on your chart. It's like nothing. You don't like them, take them off. Pretty simple. Now, RSI here, well, this isn't really telling you a whole lot, even though we did have a positive divergence. See, we had a low, and then we had a low here, then we had a higher low, but we had a higher high here. See, positive divergence here. So this can here just kind of riding out here to see what we're going to be doing. Your green now is just a little bit above your red, but it's kind of just sideways action here. So we got to see how that's going to shake out. Now, really by Friday, what you really want is we really want to close above that 21 day and that 50 SMA here. Okay, that's the key. If we can break above that 100 day and that 8 day, if you want this thing to go higher, So, but right now it's just a really good trading kind of a market. So just simply, very easily watch that 100 day, watch that 8 day. Okay, if we get above that 50 day is your target, and then right here, this 200 SMA and the 21 day, that's what you're looking for. Downside, watch this level right here, 77 to 55. If that's lost, there's your target, 76.7. Okay, so if you know that, then you can say, hey, this is losing this, boom, put the short on, take it right on down. Now, if this starts rising up here, boom, take it right back on up here. But this was just a beautiful scalping day, at least it was for me. Hopefully everybody else made some money too. Okay, let's take a look here at natty gas. Okay, natural gas, here we have your hourly and your 4-hour chart. Now we can see what a really nice run, a series of higher highs and higher lows, just stair-stepping all the way up, holding the 21 day. But again, when you start losing those simple moving averages, your 8 day, your 21 day, and now you've gone down to your 50 day, okay, that can come down. But again, natural gas had such a big, good run here. It's kind of like a parabolic situation. You always got to be very, very careful here. But again, that doesn't mean they can't just reverse here and go higher. Now, if you look at your 4-hour chart, you can see how nice it was holding your 8, your 21 day, and then all the way up here. Now she lost that 8, and now we're looking at that 21 day. So this is still pretty much very much intact here, okay? So don't think that is going to think. But again, if that is lost, then you can come down to your 50 day and come all the way down to your price channel here very, very simply, or even your 100 day. But again, as long as you're holding that 8 day, which you just lost, but you're holding that 21 day, this is still looking very, very good. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily chart. Okay, here we have the old natty gas. Now I've been pointing this out here. When we get these parabolic situations like we had here, okay, she'll run right up high, but it wants to get right back towards that 8 simple moving average. But for whatever reason, it's like a magnet to a fridge. It just wants to go right back to it. Okay, so when you get that pair, always look for those topping kind of a situations here. And then this one came down, then we had that nice double top, and then what it is, once you get below that 8 SMA, see, that's what happens, okay? Right here, we had that nice double top situation. We had a topping tail right there, okay? Came down, held, but it never could close above on that situation, put in a lower high. Okay, so that high right there was at 3.39, and then you retested it with 3.37. That's not going to work. That tells me I got to get out of the trade and I got to take her to short. Okay, so let's just see what's going on here. Now we have just a total breakout here of this channel here. Okay, so we were trading here a little bit big, and then you can see how the channel was tightening up. Usually when you get those channels like that, then she would just pop either up or down. Now this was that last contract roll. Now remember, next Sunday weekend here is you got another contract roll going to be going on there next week. Again, we had that pop, and like kind of like a gap and go kind of situation, and it never filled that gap. See, this gap here was filled. It took all the way down here a couple of weeks here to fill it, but then when we broke above all these levels, and this is the level I was always talking about, that was a nice target. That was the gap 2.16. And I said, well, then you can watch out for this, but really you want to look for that fill at 2.42, and obviously she went right above that. Then we have the 0200. So when it came up to 200, you can see where it put a little topping tail in here, but the next day it jumped up above the 200, and then it went higher. So that tells you you got to get long again. As long as it makes a higher high, that's always very, very bullish then scenario. Now, this is what we have here. So you got like a topping tail situation go on. Natural gas is down. It's down about 8 cents right now. So what you want to watch here is, but what I do like about it is you made a higher high, okay, than yesterday, and you made a higher low. So today's low was 2.64. Then you have here at 2.62. So what you want to do is watch the top of this candle, okay? You're sitting at 2.65. That's going to be your support level going right across. See that? Very, very nice. Okay. And then what you always want to do is watch yesterday's low at 2.62. Okay. And then again, if this is lost, then we'll just follow the top of this candle at 2.57. That's going to be your next support. And then obviously, if that's lost, we'll come over here to this 8-day at roughly 2.49. And then we have your 2.46 is your 200 SMA. But as long as this price is here is above this 8 SMA here, you're looking very, very good, okay? That's the thing. Now, again, you can see where your RSI here, we got to a little bit of overbought conditions, and now she's coming down. But again, that doesn't mean it has to crater all the way down here like this. This could stay above that 70 mark here for quite a while. It just shows that you got relative strength is very, very good. Your MACD is the green over red. That's showing very, very good here, okay? So here's what you want to do. When those futures open at 6 p.m., watch that high of today, 2.78, and then that low at 2.64. And we'll see how it goes. Now, again, if it goes below that, well, then you have to just watch these candles here and watch that key 8 SMA here, because that's probably no doubt where it's going to be headed, okay? Now, on the upside, say it breaks that 2.79, which came across here very, very nicely here. See this right here? Look at the top of that candle. What is it? 2.80, and you had 2.794. Okay, see, so that was your resistance level. Okay, so if you can break above that, then what would you do is you want to come right to the bottom of this candle. That's 2.82, and then we want to look here. See this indecision, but look at the C on top, 2.86. That's your next level here. Okay, and then we'll come here, 2.88. You bring that price channel across, and then we have right there 2.96. This price channel, that is going to be your upside targets here. If it just happens to keep right on running, then obviously you can just follow these candles right on up here very, very nicely. You see you got 3.01 there, and then we have you got 3.18, and then we have 3.23. You can work yourself all the way up to 3.37 and even possibly that 3.39 level here over time. It just right now you just had a nice parabolic move, but again, this is only 1 day of selling. Let's see how it shakes out. So watch those futures. Okay, the high, the low, and the close on this candle to see how it goes. Now, again, if you get above that candle, well, then just take this area right here, look at those candles, and then you know exactly where your resistance is. Or if you don't want to do that, just look at the end of this video. I got all the support resistance levels posted for you. That's all you got to do. Just click around, boom, there you are. Now, downside, I say just watch, really realistically watch today's low at 2.64 and then yesterday's low at 2.62. Then underneath that, you got that 2.57, and then the critical one is going to be this 8 SMA here at 2.49. Okay, that's what I got for you on the crude and netty gas. I'll be back tomorrow morning, and we're going to do it all over again. Remember that API report will be out today for crude oil at 4:30. Okay, thanks for watching.